All right, check it out. I was fortunate enough to get a pre-order in way back in June for the new Super Nintendo Mini. Now, this is the UK version, which I prefer much more so than the US version. Ever since I saw this way back when, in the early days of Electronic Gaming Monthly. Not sure why they changed it for the US market, but the one that I have original is it's boxier and has the purple buttons. You all know what I'm talking about, right? So the good news is that this is going to be produced in far more quantities than this was. Now, I was fortunate enough to pick up not one but two of these because there's a way to hack or modify this to load the entire Nintendo game library to it, which I think is fantastic. Now, the reason why I bought a second one was because I'm kind of special needs when it comes to doing computer stuff, so in case I screwed one up, I'd have another one to fall back on. But watching YouTube videos, it seems simple enough, and I'll give it a try eventually. I haven't done it yet, and if I'm successful, then maybe I can offload my extra to somebody else, I don't know. Anyway, don't pay scalper prices. I guess what happened was, these two, I think they use the same chipset, and so this was discontinued. Certainly the demand was far greater than I think they expected, but I guess a lot of the chips for this went into the production of this. But having said that, they're gonna relaunch this unit in 2018. So if you missed out on it last year, it's coming back. So hopefully everything will, they'll establish some sort of equilibrium between supply and demand, and people won't be nuts about, you know, hunting one of these down and paying ridiculous prices over MSRP, which for the Super Nintendo, it's $79.99, which is well worth it because there's 21 games on here, some of which are the all-time greatest games if you're into that sort of thing. This one has 30 games, but you can again load the entire library and have like 700 games on this thing if you can believe it. Also, the nice thing about this is the fact I don't have to worry about the integrity of the old lithium batteries, if they were lithium and all that. That came with games like Super Metroid or some of the RPGs. Here's the box. Final Fantasy III, for example. I mean, I have this game on original hardware, but you know, it's like 25 years old almost, over 20 years old. So, you know, I'm not sure how effective that battery would be to hold save states. Same thing with Legend of Zelda, Mario RPG, Metroid. Punch-Out! A lot of these games have batteries in them, so again, a great selection of games. Probably missing a few keys. The Chrono Trigger. They have Donkey Kong Country 1, but not Donkey Kong Country 2 or 3. I like to see more sports games on here. In fact, I don't think there is a single sport other than Punch-Out, if you want to call that sport. But like Ken Griffey Baseball would have been nice. Maybe NBA Jam, but all those, I suppose, can be loaded to this box once the hack masters figure out how to do it effectively and simple enough. So it's probably only a matter of time. So yeah, again, if you like this and if you missed out, don't worry. These should be all over the place over the next few months. And all these scalpers, I think they're going to get rich quick by buying them all up and then reselling them at double MSRP are probably in for a little bit of a surprise. I mean, there's a few out there that are going to buy it regardless. They got to have it. They'll pay double list or double whatever, triple. But for the average consumer, I would just say hang in there, and I think you're going to find one at regular retail soon enough. In fact, I would like to have the US version just because that's the one I had growing up, but I definitely like this one better from an appearance standpoint. So, and even the controller's cool. If only, you know, the fact they have, you know, colored buttons. So real nice. And then I also, on the gaming front, picked up Metroid: Samus Returns for the Nintendo 3DS. I have no idea when I'm going to find time to play this. You know, first world problems, right? I'm still working my way through Breath of the Wild for the Wii U, Legend of Zelda, and you can file this next bit under Who Really Gives a Shit. But I'm about 70% of the way through the main quest and about 20% of the way through the side quests. I've over 100-something hours invested into it already, and probably another 100 on top to fully finish it. And yeah, so a ways to go on that. And then maybe I'll jump into this. I mean, who knows? I buy games, and I've got a ton of games that I bought with the intent of playing, and they're still in their packaging sealed, and I haven't gotten around to it yet. So it just compounds, but that's a big one. So it's more likely than not I will dig into that at some point. But yeah, that's it. That's me babbling on about retro games. I love this kind of shit. I'm looking forward to, I think, the N64 Mini coming next year. But in the meantime, yeah, don't fret if you haven't picked one of these up yet. They're not going to be hard to find like this was last year. But then again, this one is going to be re-released. So again, that's coming up, I think, in 2018. I was reading. So anyway, that's it. Talking retro gaming, this particular video. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.